the 22-year-old NBA Rookie of the Year, unanimous choice, Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers. 19 points, 7 assists is what he averaged. Played every game. Damian, didn't you play every game this year?
Yeah, I played every one of them.
All 82 of those things. And a tremendous year out of Weber State.
More than Shaq played.
And we welcome him here to Studio J. Damian, it's good to see you, man. Congratulations. Great to have you here.
Another Shaq comment, I'm going to punch you in your stomach 82 times, too. Sorry about that. Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations,
yeah.
man. Congratulations.
You know the thing we heard most about your game this year was it was not about your game specifically, about your poise and your approach to the game. And guys on the Heat, LeBron James and others saying, you stay in your lane. And so tell me where this poise came from at the age of 22 to do what you did in your first year.
I think the biggest thing is that I'm not scared. Growing up in Oakland, I think I saw a lot worse things. I was up against a lot worse things in the neighborhood, just getting into fights and playing against bigger kids my whole life. So I wasn't scared then, and now the worst thing that could happen is me lose a basketball game or get outplayed. So I don't have a reason to not have poise.
Coming from Oakland, how was it? Tell us the experience with working with guys like Gary Payton and Jason Kidd.
Well, I have never worked with Jason Kidd, but throughout the whole draft process, I worked a lot with B. Shaw. Me and B. Shaw was in the gym a lot. He helped me as far as getting ready for some of the things that I would see. So that really helped me, just from somebody that played in the league. But GP, this summer is going to be the first time I actually get a chance to work with him.
You know, I got two questions. Number one, first of all, you're smaller than I thought you were. You look bigger on television, which is a compliment. You play bigger. But for you, I want to get your advice. What would you tell these young kids? Because right now, all these young kids want to come to the NBA after 1 year or 2 years. How did staying in school prepare you for the rigors of the NBA?
It really helped because I got a chance to mature as a person and as a player. And when I went to Weber State, I wasn't an NBA player. So over those 4 years, I had a chance to keep getting better and develop myself. And a lot of these guys coming out of high school are more talented than I was. So if they take that time to make those strides and get better over maybe 2 or 3 years, they might come out and be a lot better players in the league.
This graphic right here, I love that bottom line. Third rookie in NBA history with at least 1,500 points and 500 assists. Only the Big O and AI have done that. When you see your name linked to stats like that.
He's smiling right now. Right? He's already smiling. You don't have to tell him what you're doing.
I mean, that's great company, but you know, I realize that those guys have a greater body of work than I have. It's just one season, and you know, I got to keep getting better. I mean, 1,500 points and 500 assists shows that I was able to do my job well this season. So next year, I got to come out and show some improvements and try to help my team get in the playoffs.
You know, we always hear about the tough things in the tough things in the NBA, like the athleticism, the amount of games. What was the easiest thing coming that you were like, wow, this is much easier than I thought it would be?
It was a lot easier than I thought it would be to be myself, because coming in, I had guys like Nick Batum, Wes Matthews, and L.A. being an all-star. I thought it would be harder for me to be the scoring point guard that I am and still make those guys happy. And they just accepted me. As soon as I came in, they let me play my game. Nobody was on my case about every time I shot the ball, so that was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
Did you know coming into the NBA that you were going to be Rookie of the Year?
I knew I could be. I mean, I said it in my press conference when I entered the draft, I want to be Rookie of the Year. And a lot of people might have looked at that like I was crazy, but I really believed it. Now that it's actually happening, a lot of people are surprised by it, but I'm not. So,
Who's the best point guard you played against this year?
Chris Paul. Chris Paul, you know, just how he controls the game. He uses his eyes so well. I mean, he looked me off so many times with me trying to see what he was going to do. He makes his teammates better, and, you know, he controls the game. I think that's the biggest thing. He can take over scoring the ball or making plays.
You answered that pretty immediately. Was it close? Was there somebody else or was it definitely Chris Paul? Who else enters that conversation right there?
It was a lot of guys that were tough to guard, but I think overall just playing against him for a full game, he was the toughest easily.
All right, we're out here in the court here.
We're on the court. You know what, Damian, because we're watching the Bulls tonight, and we watch Nate Robinson, and we watch a lot of guys get double-teamed. And you, in your first year, 1,500 points, 506, you're going to get double-teamed in the pick and roll. So I want to put you in the pick and roll and just kind of see. Me and Charles will be defenders because Shaq,
Yeah, Shaq, just set a pick.
Set the pick. He likes to set picks.
I ain't
do
no
it from
pick
the
setter.
inside.
Oh, Ernie set the pick. I ain't no pick setter. Go ahead, Ernie.
Come on, man.
Nah, I ain't no pick setter, man.
What are you looking for when you have the double team coming? Because that was the biggest problem, I think, for a lot of young guards is facing double teams.
The first thing I'm looking for is the quickest outlet pass. I think the faster I can get the ball out, that guy can make the next play. Because if two guys are guarding me, that means it's a 4-on or 5-on. No, it's a 4-on-3.
Right.
It's a 4-on-3, so the next guy should be able to make the play faster than I'll be able to.
And
Come off the pick.
So if the first thing we got the pick and roll, because that's a flavor.
That ain't no foul.
That's a good screen.
That ain't no foul.
So now, like you said, the first thing you're looking for is on the outlet. So, okay, let's get back in the pick and roll. Let's say now I can't let you get your 500 assists, and I'm going under. What are you looking for now?
I'm going to shoot the ball.
Oh, you shooting the ball?
You go
How
under,
many
I'ma
times
raise
are you
up
shooting?
just like this.
How many times are you shooting it? Every time?
Every time.
Okay, see, that was my rule that I said.
If I have this much
that's
space, I'm
license to
shooting
kill.
every time.
We used to call that 007.
Well, you know,
'cause that's a license to kill. If a guy goes under the screen, he's disrespecting the fact that he can't shoot
But
the ball.
what? Let me ask you this question. What if I say, Kenny, switch? I got this.
I'm going to back you out and make you come out here and guard me.
Oh, don't make me get down.
Because this guy down here.
And if you stay right there,
Because this
I'm gonna
guy
be like
here.
barbecue
you up,
This
it's
guy
gonna be
here.
my shit.
No, this guy here. Don't do it that way.
Barbecue chicken.
Don't do
I
it
got
that way.
Shaq down there. I'm
Don't
throwing
do
that
it
up.
here.
Barbecue
You don't want
chicken
it
down there.
Don't do it down here. So the art of the pick and roll is NBA basketball, and he did, to me as a rookie, they talk about poise. That's when you need the poise inside the pick and roll.
Damian Lillard, pleasure to see you, man. And again, congratulations. Tremendous
Appreciate
year,
it.
Fantastic
man. Tremendous
year.
year.
Thanks.
Good job.
Congratulations,
Good job.
brother.
All right. Most improved player next year.
Hey, when you're
That's it.
watching,
We got to get most
yeah.
improved next year. 'cause
When you're
we can
watching
do that.
TV out in Portland, you ever watch Shaqtin' a Fool?
I watch it all the time. I thought I was going to be on it.
No, it's coming